Tim, it's Thursday.
It sure is.
All right, I'm going to say something to you. Okay, I'm going to say it. So this is going to be hard for you. Okay, it might be a passage
Nothing's
from
easy.
a book, might be a poem, it might be a lyric from a song. Okay, you ready?
Yeah, that is good.
The history book on the shelf is always repeating itself. The history book,
The
on,
book
the
on the shelf
is always repeating itself.
That limerick or adage, or
All right, now I'm going to help. I'm going to help you a little bit.
Come on,
It's
not fair.
It's a lyric from a song, a
Oh.
Norwegian-based super group from the early 70s. I think it's whatever.
Nana Luftballons, 99 Luftballons.
No.
90, Ace of Base. I saw the sign.
It's not. Ace of Base was they were out of, I believe, Berlin, Germany. No, this is, of course, ABBA.
ABBA.
That's a line.
Who else
Waterloo.
would it be? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It's a tremendous ABBA song, by the way. Everybody talks about Dancing Queen, but I think Waterloo is actually, and oddly enough, they're Waterloo. I think it's just a tremendous song.
Well, it's funny you're bringing up ABBA and you're bringing up Waterloo and saying you think it's their best work, because knowing me, knowing you, I'm not surprised you're saying ABBA as Waterloo is your favorite song. I would probably, there's something about the drama of Fernando, and it just, look, I don't know. And I tell you what, there was something in the air that night. There's something in the air today in the market that feels different. And so whether this is the market's Waterloo or this is just another day of money, and, frankly, winner's going to take it all. Holy shit. What did I just do there?
You just rattled off every ABBA song. That was a tremendous job by you. Tremendous.
You know that scene in Old School, where Will Ferrell is on the debating team and he's like becomes possessed and he's up against
okay. So you ready for this? Now, just before you yell, scream at me, especially you people on Twitter, I've never seen the movie.
Really?
Never seen the movie. I'm not.
Okay.
Listen, I have time for Will Ferrell, but some of it is just becomes. Dagan Nights, I think, is tremendous. I think his cameo in Wedding Crashers was brilliant.
Well, Owen Wilson, as opposed to Luke Wilson, who I've got some time for, who was in Old School, but we were mercifully left not having to deal with Owen Wilson's just tired, kind of pathetic routine. All right, I'm sorry, man. I'm going to get a lot of heat for this. And Vince Vaughn gets a pass, even though, I think if there's a guy who's playing the same role in every movie, the problem is Vince Vaughn is so damn funny and so damn good. I got time for Vince. I got plenty of time. Vegas, baby, Vegas. All right,
no doubt about it.
All right,
so Vince Vaughn, Wedding Crashers on a loop, just as an FYI.
It is good. All right, so because
Waterloo.
Waterloo.
So go back to Waterloo. The market. There's a lot in the air tonight, which is a shitty Phil Collins song. Most of his songs are, but let's talk market here, because obviously there is the air of this.
All right. So look, take a chance on me. I'll give it a shot.
Nice.
See what I can do with. All right. So the Fed's Powell gets out there to talk down the market, and in fact lights a Molotov cocktail.
Oh, wow.
And what we saw for a minute there was either the machines were in charge, and this is where we talk about this all the time, where the algos and frankly, in the Reddit world, there's a lot of just momentum, and there's a lot of momentum traders out there that were looking for certain words, and it clearly triggered them, because we had an extreme and overreaction when, in fact, I think Powell actually thought he was placating, and the term again, transient. Can you say that? Transient. That's
see what I'm doing here?
These words. Yeah. Well, I think, look, here's what I'm going to tell you, and I think you might disagree with me. We both agree that the Fed controls the short end and loses the long end, and ultimately the market is testing the Fed right here. I don't think rates can go a lot higher. Mm-hmm. All right. You can play all the games you want. Biggest, most liquid market in the world. Guess who's going to be buying a 2% 10-year? Almost every pension fund that's got a liability that's underfunded based upon interest rates that they were buying 10 years at 60 bips. But I think, so not only is there a buyer of the long end at some point, where are rates going to go, man? And I know we have inflation, but we also have deflation. And so I'm curious your view on this.
No, I think you're exactly right. I mean, we say it all the time. You have inflation, in my opinion, looking for love. Remember that song, the Johnny Lee song from, I think it was Urban Cowboy, looking for love in all the wrong places. Well, the Fed has inflation in all the wrong places. And the flip side of that is exactly what you said. Deflation, because of technology, is probably as prevalent now as it's been in our history. So you have these competing forces working at the same time. On the one hand, you have deflation in the form of technology. On the other hand, you have inflation in the form of goods. And that's all at the foot of and they somehow think they control this shit. And I know I'm a hater, and I'll be the first to say it, but they seem to be under the misguided belief that they somehow can rein this shit in. They can't do it.
I think you're okay to be a hater. What, you took French, right?
I took French in high school. I was not required to take a language in college.
No, neither was I. In fact, in the business school, maybe the whole reason why you applied to the business school at G-Town, it was certainly mine. Voulez-Vous, what is that? How do you translate that?
Would you like, or would you, isn't that right? I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. So would you like to see rates? Voulez-vous, Guy Adami? And that's also, by the way, an ABBA song. In case you're wondering why I'm speaking French to you right now, I'm not Tish. What's her husband's name?
Morticia Adams and Gomez Adams.
Gomez. So I'm not Gomez Adams, because he loved when she spoke French. So but would you rather a 60 basis point 10-year or 160 basis point 10-year guy?
Yeah, no, I think that's fair. I think you're 100% right. Given the choice between the two, I think where rates are now makes sense. My concern all along has been the speed with which we've gotten here, and is there going to be a continued acceleration? So, I totally get it. I mean, it's just how we've gotten to this point and where we're going from here. And I understand what you're saying in terms of how much higher can yields go given the backdrop. But I tell you what, they don't control is the inflation side of the story. And you talk about it all the time. Steel prices where they are, lumber prices where they are, copper prices got within a whisper of their all-time high. You can't source aluminum. I mean, I was at the supermarket, and paper. It runs the gamut. So everything is what's inflationary is all the things they don't measure, and it's such horseshit. Pardon my French.
No, it's okay.
But it's so disingenuous because people sitting at home are like, what are you talking about? No inflation. It's maddening, and it's going to come back to bite them in the ass. Look, I don't know what the market's going to do, but I think the market's taking its cues off of all this. And I think they're coming to the realization that maybe the Fed, instead of being the scary wizard when, the apparition came and they made Dorothy and the guys go to get the broom. Remember that? Instead, it's the guy behind the curtain, the old dude who doesn't really have all that much juice.
Well, right. So that's the name of the game. And
nice. Another good job right there.
And as we head out of here, the deep end of the ABBA pool is getting into solo projects by various members of ABBA, and I bet you couldn't even name individuals, but I can name the two ladies. I don't know what the dudes' names are.
I'll just Lars and Ulrich.
Yeah, that's probably Sven and Bjorn. I believe it or not, I was saying Bjorn because huge Borg fan, by the way. I think one of them's name is Bjorn. I think one of them's name Benny and Bjorn. I don't know. So one of the two ladies, one is named Agnetha, of
course,
and the other one is Frida. So if you can give me the name of Frida's solo breakout single in the 80s, I'm flying you and your family first class to Sweden for the summer.
I would say how's about the Berlin Wall? No, I have no idea.
Not bad. It's not bad. I know there's something going on, and it was a terrible song, and maybe hearing that alone plants that song in your head. It will do for a lot of the audience in commercial break today. It's a terrible song, but I think we started the song talking about Waterloo, and you know what? I think we both know there's something going on right now, and the market doesn't like it. Guy, see you tomorrow.
Later.